From a whodunit to a heart-wrenching critique of patriarchy in India, let's talk about Raat Akeli Hai. Just like the song which inspired the title of the movie, the seduction begins from the first shot itself. The first shot establishes that the journey is going to be dark and dreadful. The plot opens with an aged and rich politician, Raghuveer Singh, who is found dead on his wedding night with a young girl. A local cop is assigned to the task of investigation. The investigation gets complicated by the victim's secretive family and the cop's own conflicted heart. The debutant director, Honey Trehan, pulls you in with a sense of curiosity. The elements of noir are prominent here. The shadows and atmosphere are inspired from There Will Be Blood, whereas similar power dynamics between people can be seen in No Country for Old Men.
What's the most you ever lost in a coin toss?
There was even an homage paid to Chinatown.
घर का कोई आदमी इन्वॉल्व है इसमें?
कोई मंचूरियन चिकन चिली चिकन लॉलीपॉप।
अरे तुम चाउमीन लेके आओ, वेज चाउमीन।
Along with this, an overall influence of Vishal Bhardwaj and Abhishek Chaubey can be seen. There is a consistency in mood. An unsettling tension looms the screen throughout its runtime, and the characters take their own sweet time to reveal their true self. The victim has been killed in a manner that feels personal,
पूरा का पूरा चौकटा बदल दिया किसी ने उनका।
which leads you to suspect the family members as perpetrator.
आप सबको हम एक बात बता देते हैं, यहाँ जो कांड हुआ है ना, हम करेंगे उसकी जांच।
But just as we begin to see the movie as a suspense thriller, writer Smita Singh begins to unravel the horrifying portrayal of patriarchy. The men are entitled, the women are treated as collateral who exist to be used, abused, and traded. There are other subjects also which have been touched, like corruption, greed, and crime and political nexus. In one of the tensest scenes, the butcher, played by Ravi Shah, chases Jatil, played by Nawaz, with a dogged determination, and his hands are covered in blood. Then he stops and sticks the poster back up. The blood gets smeared on Munna Raja's picture. It's almost like a tilak, a promise of lifelong loyalty, the way it actually exists between some politicians and their henchmen. Now, I would like to mention the special character of the movie, fear. The camera of Pankaj Kumar, who stunningly filmed movies like Tumbad and Haider, plays the necessary trick here, making fear the silent character of the movie. He skillfully uses the handheld camera movements that helps the viewers to follow the character's gaze and thus eliciting the fear behind the eyes. Just like in real society, patriarchy is omnipresent in the film. With the director from Allahabad and the writer from Bundelkhand, the nuances, mannerisms, and subtle traits of characters from UP are depicted meticulously, which lends the film a reality of its own. You can relate and understand the situation, but at the same time, it is distinct from your own reality, which helps drawing the viewer further in this darkness. During the course of the movie, Jatil evolves from what he was. When he meets Radha for the first time, he does not ask why she wants to run away. He says,
हाँ तो अब सो जाओ, हमें ना रखेंगे नजर।
as per him, if a woman is running away, she is most certainly someone with a bad character. He does not even bother to ask what she is running away from. It's a tangible manifestation of what patriarchy does. Radha is opposite of everything Jatil wanted in his bride to be.
तो खेल थी आप इनकी, और अब मालकिन बन गई हैं। तभी इतना हंगामा हो रहा पूरे घर में।
Yet he ends up falling for her. The eyes of Radhika Apte powerfully portrays the helplessness of a fiery, rebellious woman. Shweta Tripathi, without having heavy dialogues, convey the painful history through her body language. Her exhausted appearance throughout the movie seems to be more because of her toxic family rather than her pregnancy. Shivani Raghuvanshi plays Vasudha, the paternal niece to the murdered MLA. She is often seen lurking and investigating inside the Haveli with her mother. Through Vasudha, Radha realizes that patriarchy and sexual exploitation of women is not confined to one caste, class, or social background, but rather is pervasive and can plague even an MLA's educated urban upper caste family.
इन्हें माफ मत करना वसुधा।
Padmavati Rao plays Pramila, Vasudha's mother and Singh's sister-in-law. When her crime is caught, she argues that she did so in order to maintain a clean reputation for their family. She is about to shoot herself in the head when she hears a knock on the door.
हम हैं मम्मी।
Even unconditional love from her daughter could not save her from the deep-rooted patriarchy. This is what unites the women of the movie. They are divided by their position in the family, yet tied together by the misery they suffer. It was also refreshing to see the relation between Jetil and his junior Narendra Singh, played by Sridhar Dubey, whom I first noticed in Masan. He is not the typical supporting sidekick which emerged in the recent past, but is in constant conflict with his superior, which shows how difficult it can be to pursue the truth.
दिमाग बंद पड़ गया आपका? आंखों के सामने जो हो रहा हो तो दिख ही नहीं रहा आपको? क्या बक रहा है बे?
This further helps in the portrayal of Jetil as the truth seeker, just like Vyomkesh Bakshi. The movie also features one of the few recent uses of typical Hindi in a fluid manner.
पूछ लीजिए सामने, तिरस्कार करते हैं हमारा सर।
The background score by Karan Kulkarni helps to accentuate the violence, which is both literal and psychological. Since its release, the movie has been dubbed as the Indian version of Knives Out, which released last year. Though the comparisons done are not true, but it's the underlying socio-political commentary that ties the films together. While Knives Out used its premise to comment on America's prejudice against immigrants, Raat Akeli Hai chooses the patriarchy and the feudal mindset as its targets and the viewer's bias as its weapon of choice. And this is why I love Raat Akeli Hai. You can watch Raat Akeli Hai on Netflix. If you like the video, kindly hit the like button and share the video. For more videos like this, kindly subscribe. Till next time, stay safe and have a good time.